after a story really dropped that Bruno Fernandez is frustrated with Ruben Amorim playing him as a number 8 rather than a number 10 at Manchester United, we now have a story that United are planning to sell Bruno Fernandes in the summer of 2026. Welcome to this channel. Smash like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are. It's a Monday and we're here to obviously kickstart your week with huge United news in there for you. Marcus Rashford wants to stay at Barcelona, and Barcelona are too willing to obviously cough out some money to Manchester United to make this deal permanent. So let's obviously get into this. And Bruno Fernandes has also gone ahead to speak about these so-called stories that have been reported by a player, by a journalist that are really referred to as credible. Let's see, close to 100 likes. Smash on this video and continue to subscribe because we want to hit 22,000 subscribers onto the United Matters channel. Now, Indy, Kyla has been so much accurate in the recently concluded summer transfer window, and he has been one of those that is going to drop huge news from Manchester United. And he has gone ahead to bring a new style of reporting news because he keeps us on tenterhooks. How does he keep us on tenterhooks? You know what he does? He obviously comes out and tells you at 7 p.m. there is a big story coming in through from Manchester United, and you are all eyes onto his Twitter feed to obviously see what he's obviously going to be putting out. And he really puts out credible information. And this time around, he has told us that Bruno Fernandes will be sold to Saudi Arabia for £100 million in the summer. Everything has been agreed. Now, the think tank of Manchester United and the overseeing board and the technical department went ahead to really do a very huge mistake. And for me, that is really unforgivable, because what if Saudi doesn't come in the summer having that huge amount of money, provided Bruno Fernandes doesn't obviously shine or flourish as he has obviously gone ahead to flourish like in the league for the club of Manchester United. You understand? If they came in through for £100 million for Bruno Fernandes, I tell you what, Man United would have gone ahead to take in that money. Why? The player is being played in a position where he's being frustrated by the manager, and the players playing in the number 10 position are not as good as him in that position, meaning that the manager was all about trying to experiment something that cannot really work out better if Bruno is being played as a number 8, as you are really having a number 8 who is playing next to your defense, who can't even shield your defense. That is really the most shocking bit of it all. So Bruno Fernandes at this point has come out and really put in performances that are not all that to his levels, if you know what Bruno Fernandes is and how he really plays that beautiful game of football. Now, right now, all we can tell you is United selling Bruno will be a very wise decision, as for a player who will be 32 years of age next year, if you get £100 million from him, then that will be really great. That money can be used to reinforce the squad of Manchester United by getting in a very good midfielder, or decent one. And if all goes well and we qualify for the Champions League, I think we can go in for elite CDMs, because players are looking at teams that are playing in the Champions League. And in particular, Man United would like to bring in Premier League proven players. And it's so to it that their summer was so much centered on getting in players from the Premier League, as the first two they brought in through, Cunha and Mbeumo, came in through from Wolves and Brentford respectively, and all those two are really Premier League clubs. And The manager also wanted another Premier League player who goes by names of Ollie Watkins, but the board decided to go in for a young Benjamin Sesko, meaning that the manager of Manchester United wanted to bring in only Premier League proven players. That's why, even for the goalkeeper, he wanted to bring in debut Martinez for Aston Villa, and the board was like, no, we are building a team for the future. Let's get in Seny Lamens. You understand? So, when you continue to add such dots, it all comes to you to really understand that the club known as Manchester United doesn't need Bruno Fernandes anymore. In my understanding, I went ahead to obviously disagree with them, but you might agree with them on this point that you cannot dispose of your captain like that, and you have to hold him in here because the manager had gone ahead to obviously have a very bad first season with Manchester United, and if he offloaded Bruno, one of the best performers in there, in his squad, then questions would arise from other people, but not me. So they're like, let's keep Bruno Fernandes for this season, and see to it that we sell him next season and get in the likes of Balebas, the likes of Ederson, the likes of Hojmland, the likes of Elliott. There is another one, Bruno Guimaraes. You understand? So that's exactly what the club of Manchester United is really planning for Bruno Fernandes. But I don't think that it will only be Saudi in for Bruno Fernandes, because a team like Real Madrid that is fond of signing Galacticos might not sign any Galactico in the summer of next year. Why? They are looking at Erling Haaland, and I don't think that City is willing to sell Erling Haaland. They are looking at William Saliba, and Saliba is like, no way. They are looking at Enzo Fernandez. I don't think that Chelsea will obviously sell Enzo Fernandez, meaning that they will want to sign in a celebrity player. And one of those that will be up for grabs will be Bruno Fernandes. And I tell you, for Real Madrid, matching the £100 million from Saudi Arabia would obviously be peanuts, because they plan to really sell Vinicius Jr. That is it. And for Vini, they'll obviously get in a lot of money, and they will obviously see a player known as Bruno Fernandes coming in through. I won't be shocked if at all Bayern Munich and Real Madrid will go in for Bruno Fernandes, as Bruno Fernandes at the age of 31, 32, he's not an injury-prone player. You sign him knowing that he can give you some serious 3-4 seasons, given the La Liga is not a physical league. You understand? So he has the attributes to obviously thrive in a team of Real Madrid, as he's one of the best number 10s in the world. We wait and see, as Real Madrid are looking in for replacement of Luka Modric. Even a team known as PSG might obviously raise up their hand to obviously sign Bruno Fernandes, because they can cough out that much and really see this player signing for their team. So I don't think that it will be only an affair for the Saudi Pro League. And I know the agent of Bruno Fernandes will be pulling or pushing to see to it that his client goes ahead to obviously not really let it go. So right now, even if you put yourself into the boots of Bruno Fernandes, he would not go to Saudi Arabia if at all PSG and Real Madrid raised up their hands that they want to sign their player. You understand? So I see to it that Bruno won't leave Europe, as he has some good years left, like 2-3 years to play at the top football. And Luka Modric has just gone ahead to set a very good example to Bruno Fernandes and Real Madrid, that even at the age of 39, he would obviously compete favorably into that team of Real Madrid. And Bruno Fernandes can run until tomorrow. You understand? He obviously told us that the reason as to why he runs like that, he said when he was young, he used to run even in the rain, and could obviously do the needful. So all I want to let you know is simple. Bruno Fernandes is one of those that has gone ahead to put in a very huge shift for the club of Manchester United. And I tell you what, he will continue to really push and see to it that he doesn't go to Saudi Arabia. But it will be a master stroke for the side of Manchester United to move on Bruno Fernandes. But Bruno Fernandes has come out and said the following during the international break. A question like that was posed to him and he said, I'm happy at Manchester United. Otherwise, I wouldn't have stayed. I like to enjoy the moment. And he was asked about the Saudi move. His reply was, that's an impossible scenario to imagine because it's nothing that's been discussed with me anymore. So, that is it. So, Bruno Fernandes is like, that is an impossible scenario to imagine. So, I was doing a story at the Rokani Media Football, and I told fans of Arsenal when Rodrigo was like, I never wanted to leave. There is the way players really try to paint. To obviously try to sugarcoat when they stay at the club, yet clubs really wanted them out. You understand? But for him as a player, I'm talking about Bruno Fernandes. I think he's the captain, and he has to obviously come out and say this in the media that I never at any one point felt like I want to leave the club of Manchester United. For me, it's good with him and it's okay for him to say that. But that's a lie because his agent was even seen in Saudi, meaning that how can Bruno's agent go to Saudi when Bruno is not kept abreast about such movements? So it's United that told Bruno that you are not going anywhere. You understand? But this time around, they're ready to sell him. That is Bruno Fernandes for you. Let's go to Barcelona. Marcus Rashford is really on fire. And Barcelona want Marcus Rashford to stay past this season, but won't trigger the £26 million buy option. They'll try to negotiate a lower fee with Manchester United or arrange another loan instead. That won't happen. I tell you, that won't happen. If you look at how Marcus Rashford is really performing at Barcelona, I tell you what, he won't obviously go. If Barcelona can't pay £26 million, then that will be done and dusted and it won't really happen. That deal won't happen because £26 million are really peanuts, though it's really a pure profit for the club of Manchester United. 8 games in the league, 1 goal and 3 assists. Champions League, 2 matches, 2 goals and 1 assist. Tallying to 10 games, 3 goals and 4 assists for Marcus Rashford. And that form is really very, very, very good for a player. And he's just 27 years of age. If Barcelona can't pay that amount of money, I tell you, several clubs will come in through with more and more money to sell the player. But we are yet to understand the real amount of money that Barcelona have to pay for Marcus Rashford in there for you. But because United wanted to offload the player, I think that's why they came in for that clause of £26 million that was really mandatory. So guys, smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell after subscribing. So after that, you can as well let me know your thoughts about the following. Bruno Fernandes up for sale next summer. You understand? What do you think about it? Should we sell him or we shouldn't be selling him? And I want you to follow that with a solid reason as to why you think we shouldn't be moving on Bruno Fernandes. And then, secondly, Marcus Rashford, do you think United will accept to negotiate another loan with Barcelona for Marcus Rashford? I don't think that will be the case. What are your thoughts about this? First video of the day and more is coming.